Hi Solo Pros, it's me, Barbara Saunders, the Solo Pro Business Success Mentor. Welcome to the first in my series of 3 training videos. I'd love it if you had questions or comments if you type them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Are you a service professional, business coach, or consultant? Or maybe you're a copywriter or graphic designer, bookkeeper, VA, PR, or marketing pro? Are you still charging by the hour for your services? This short video is going to show you a new way. Do you know what a business model is? It's a set of systems that are proven to help you run your business better. A good one will fit you to a T because it's custom fit to you, and it will bring in income even when you're off doing something else. A bad business model will take all your time, drain you dry, and leave you with an empty bank account. An hourly business model where you sell your time in exchange for dollars is a very bad business model. Let me share a little bit of my journey with you and how I came to create a better business model for solo pros. You see, originally, I was a master designer. Back in the mid-90s, I created my own graphic design service. Like so many others, I had come to self-employment by being laid off over and over. I too started with freelancing. It was so humiliating and demoralizing because companies tend to treat you as if you were a second-class citizen, even though I had earned a master's degree. I then transitioned my business to a more traditional service-based business model, probably very much like yours, where I sold graphic design services at an hourly rate. I would work my butt off getting clients, marketing, networking, doing pro bono work, advertising, you name it. Then I'd get a client, usually by lowering my fee or offering a discount, and I'd get to work. The lesson learned there is that low-paying hourly clients tend to be far more trouble than those who pay well. While I was busy doing client work, I wouldn't have time to market or network. So when the client's work was done, my client pipeline would be dry. So it would be a scramble to get the next client project before the money from the last client ran out. Talk about a white-knuckle ride. During this time, I had begun running a group, which grew into my association, the Self-Employed Communication Professionals. I saw hundreds of others going through the same problem that I was. I just knew there had to be a better way. Each month, we would have different business experts come in to speak to our group, and I realized that most of them really didn't have the answer either. So I went on a mission to discover how such well-educated, super talented professionals could learn how to run successful, profitable, and scalable businesses without killing themselves. And I found the solution. Back in 2006, I launched my Solo Pro Academy, where I taught people exactly how to transition from their freelance or hourly business into a well-oiled, lucrative, professional, solo-based business with my kayak business model. You see, a kayak is a one-person craft that's strategically built to stay afloat, no matter what is going on around it. It can take a hit and ride itself easily. It can shoot the rapids or cruise along with the flow. It can team up with others or go with it alone. I'm going to share with you what I learned in this training video series. You see, an hourly business model can leave you trapped in a feast or famine cycle, just like I described going through with my first business. That's what happens when your business is solely based on providing one-to-one services. You spend your time marketing and selling, courting new clients. Maybe you create a proposal or give them a quote. You get the project, and then you concentrate on doing that work, and you stop marketing and selling to clients. When the project's done, there are no more projects in your pipeline, no more money coming in. So you have to go back to marketing and selling to get new clients. And it can make you feel like your business is a wasteland, a barren wasteland. I want to show you how you can create a lush business full of possibilities and opportunities for growth. Let's start by talking about a few of the myths that goes along with running a solo-based service business. Like me, many start out contracting, sometimes for the very employers who laid them off. Seems like a nice lifeline at the time, but it's not. You're doing the same work with no benefits or perks, and you don't even have dependable hours. But you do know that you have to start thinking about getting your own clients, so you have to start marketing. But then your time is not your own, so it can make scheduling really difficult. Then maybe you get a couple clients and you think, hey, I'll hire a subcontractor to help me get the work done. This is what most old school business advisors tell you to do. The thing is, you started your business because you wanted to do what you love to do, I hope, not because you wanted to manage others. Subcontracting is not what it's all cracked up to be. The subcontractor is there to get hours. That's how they make more money. That's what they're being paid for after all. They're not there to do your projects quickly or well. So they take their time, and since it's your reputation on the line, you have to review everything they do and either redo it or send it back to the subcontractor to do it over, which is expensive. It leads to frustration, and it doesn't significantly increase your income. Or maybe you forego the subcontractor follies to work with multiple clients yourself. It is possible, but I promise you will burn out quickly. Here's the reality of the hourly business model. You're actually in a constant job search. Yes, you call them clients, but it's really no difference. When you're running a business where you and you alone must be the service provider, you're stuck in a constantly revolving door of marketing, client work, and then more marketing. And don't forget, you still have to do all those administrative tasks to keep your business running. The average hourly business owner spends about 60% of their time doing marketing and admin tasks. Those are not billable hours when you're charging by the hour. This business model just is not scalable. Even if you do subcontract, they then become an expense. It's part of your overhead without adding much to your profit. There is very limited potential to raise your income with an hourly business model. You either have to work more hours or raise your fees or both. There's a limit to the income that you can earn. Let me encourage you to stop for a minute and rethink. There's a far better way to do this, and I want to help you see how you can transition your business from that hourly revolving door to a better, more profitable business model. First, review what you're selling. You should not be selling time. You should be selling your knowledge and your expertise. Personally performing the manual labor of delivering services is really not in your best interest. Stop or transition away from doing one-to-one services where you're only paid once. I'd like to show you how you can do the work once and get paid over and over again. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? When you turn what you know into products, packages, and programs, you can reach far more people. And even if you charge less, you end up earning more. Save your one-to-one services for your high-end programs and offerings. The great thing about selling what you know rather than what you do is that it's very inexpensive. You've already invested in your education, although I encourage you to continue to invest because that's your golden egg. It can be very low to no investment to transition from selling your time to selling your expertise. Selling your expertise will allow you to find that elusive freedom you've wanted when you first started working for yourself. You, not your clients, choose when you work. And since you remove yourself from most of the actual delivery, money can keep coming in while you're on vacation. I'm not saying you'll never provide services again. They'll just become your most valuable product. No headaches with subcontractors or other staff. I'm not saying that just because you're a solo, you should be doing everything yourself. When you set up a proper solo pro kayak business model, you have team members. But those team members are not on your payroll. They each have their own businesses, so they're motivated to do the very best job possible for you. And it's their reputation at stake, and it's not on your dime. Plus, you can serve far more people when you liberate yourself from having to be physically present every time you interact with the client. It sounds really great, doesn't it? I help my clients transition from their dollars per hour business models into lucrative and fun kayak business models that are custom fit for them. Let me share with you a few ways to make this happen for yourself. Firstly, you've got to start thinking differently about your time. This is what I like to call the red velvet rope strategy. Access to you and your one-to-one services is a premium offering. Yes, it is an offering that people will pay for. You're the expert. People expect to pay a premium to have access to an expert. Stop thinking of yourself as a generic service provider. Digging in and getting clear about what makes you different from the rest and how it helps your clients get the results they want. Yes, you are different, so work it. When you sell what you know, you create offerings for those clients that cannot afford to pay for direct access to you. You also provide them with an on-ramp of sorts. As they buy your lower-priced offerings, they develop a desire to work with you at the higher price. It's up to you to communicate the value of your services. The big mistake many solos make is letting someone else place a generic value on your services. Another great option for you is to sell your knowledge and experience to those coming up behind you. You've learned a lot of hard lessons and can help those behind you avoid the pitfalls. That's worth plenty. Many clients out there want to learn how to do it themselves, or at least learn the strategy. Remember that you don't have to share everything you know. That's usually what they just usually want to know how to do one little thing. They're really not willing to pay you to do what needs to be done completely. So we teach them how to do it. This helps you move away from one-to-one services and into one-to-many, where you show a group of people how to do what you do. You can record your lessons on video or tutorials, and you've removed yourself from the process entirely. They still get to experience you, but you don't have to be physically there each time. Now you're on your way to a liberated income. Take this concept a little further and turn your tutorials into packages, and you're getting closer to a scalable business. I know it can sound a little intimidating at first. It's a new concept for most solo pros. When I'm working with my clients, I show them a simple to follow roadmap to go from where they are with this hourly business to a fully liberated kayak business, step by step, so they know what to do first. Face it, you can't do it all at once, but it is doable. In the next training video in this series, I'm going to show you some numbers to compare for a traditional hourly business model with the kayak business model I'm talking about. Would you like to earn 40, 50, or even 60% more? Then join me for the next training in this video series. Until then, bye-bye for now.